about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, reporting on the minimization of our victory from the talking heads on First Take about our Dallas Cowboys. Yesterday was something to behold in Cleveland. The start of the 2024 NFL regular season for our Dallas Cowboys, a dominating display of athleticism from our Dallas Cowboys defense, wonderful play calling from our new defensive coordinator in Mike Zimmer, great game management from our newly signed QB1 in Dak Prescott, and an amazing showing from our 2024 rookie class. In my opinion, a dominating display from our Dallas Cowboys, but the talking heads of First Take don't share my enthusiasm. On today's segment on First Take, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharpe, Molly Curum, and Dan Orlovsky discussed if the Dallas Cowboys' victory yesterday was a statement win. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and then y'all know what we're going to do after that. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's go ahead and take a listen to Shannon Sharpe.
No. They were Cleveland without their two right tackles. And it wasn't like the Cowboys had 500 yards of total offense. They ran the ball for 150 yards. Dak threw the ball for 300 yards. It was nothing to that. It was a situation where, look, they took advantage. Mike Zimmer knew that the ball was going to have to come out quick. They sat on a lot of routes. Deshaun really never had an opportunity because they couldn't run the football. They became one-dimensional early in the ball game. That's not to try to diminish what Dallas won the ball game. The defense looked very impressive. But your 2 right tackles, 79, the right tackle, oh my God, Stephen A., he couldn't block you. I mean, it should be a crime to be that big and that sorry. I mean, he couldn't block the sun out of his eyes. So when whoever got on his side, he was either false starting, illegal formation, or he was getting a holding call. And so I don't want to try to minimize that, but was it a statement win? No, because I think the right tackles not being there, both the left and the right tackle, and they started 2 guys, 2 backups, I thought that had a lot to do with it. But on the other side, man, to give Cowboys the defense their credit, but I thought the Cowboys played okay. They didn't do anything spectacular. Now, I can see them improving along the way, but I don't look at this as a statement win. I just thought that the Browns' offensive line was inadequate, and they couldn't do anything with the pass rush for the Cowboys, and it made them one-dimensional, and made it look worse than probably what it was. But I don't look at this as a statement win. They won the game. It had to feel good to Dak. He got his money earlier that morning, and he came out there and he played okay. But I don't think it was a great win, and I'm looking at them like, okay, yeah, they're absolutely going to be in the NFC Championship game. I don't look at it like that.
I swear, Angry Cowboys fans, the Dallas Cowboys can't get any props when it comes to a victory. Instead of giving the Dallas Cowboys the credit that they deserve, Shannon Sharpe goes on a tangent on how bad the Cleveland Browns looked yesterday, how bad Deshaun Watson played yesterday, how they were missing their 2 starting tackles on the offensive side of the ball. They won't give the Dallas Cowboys any credit. They won't give them any props. They won't give the defense props on how opportunistic they were, how menacing they were. It's all about how bad the Cleveland Browns were. We should have known, Cowboys Nation, that the talking heads would consider Cleveland tomato cans. Jumping into the next clip that I got for you, Stephen A. Smith, he disagrees with Shannon Sharpe, but continues on the tangent that Shannon Sharpe started. So let's take a listen to that clip, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. Roll a clip.
One of the statements that you want to make is that if you're a contender, you want to beat up on people who are trash compared to you. And that's what the Cleveland Browns were. Trash. They were horrible. Now, I'm not saying they're a horrible team, but they might have a horrible quarterback. We don't know that yet. I'm certainly not going to sit up there and say that about Deshaun Watson definitively. But my brother, if you are watching, my God, it's really, really bad. I mean, Houston was a long, long time ago. You understand? But and it looks so bad for Deshaun Watson right now. 0 for 10 passing on throws of 15 or more air yards on Sunday? 0 for 10? 0 for 10. I mean, he couldn't throw a pass past 5 yards. It was really that bad. Yeah, you don't have the 2 tackles. Yeah, you don't have Nick Chubb, who's out for the first 4 games of the season, obviously because he's still healing from the knee injury. We got that part. But damn, you got Amari Cooper out there. You got Njoku out there. You got some weapons to do absolutely nothing. Now, I was listening to you coming in, and you're talking about Dorsey and the offensive coordinator, and it's not his system, etc. Figure it out. Nobody want to hear that.
Oh, so now you want to beat up on teams that are trash, Stephen A. The Cleveland Browns are trash now? While using 5 different quarterbacks last year and making it to the playoffs in spite of that, they're trash now? Come on, Stephen A. Can y'all just call a spade and give the credit to the Dallas Cowboys for going on the road and beating a team who made the playoffs last year? Something that you talking head clowns clowned the Dallas Cowboys for last year? I'll talk about that more in my Raw and Uncut portion, so make sure you stick around for that. Now getting to the last clip that I got for you. Dan Orlovsky continues to minimize the Dallas Cowboys' accomplishment during the season opener against the Cleveland Browns. So let's take a listen to what Dan Orlovsky has to say, and then you know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this Raw and Uncut. So, Cowboys Nation, let's go ahead and take a listen to Dan Orlovsky.
Let me hit the game real quick. No, not a statement win by Dallas. Mature win, I'll give him that. I actually thought Cleveland would win this game. If not for a terrible offense, to Stephen A's point, I think it's a little bit different a game. They were fine offensively. They ran for like 3.5 yards per carry. Dak threw for 5 yards per attempt. So wasn't outrageous, but they minimized Myles Garrett. So I'll give Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys, credit. Make sure he didn't win the game. Now on to the situation at quarterback. I think there's a problem in Cleveland at quarterback. I would be thinking long and hard about playing Jameis Winston in the very near future. The Browns are in a crisis at that position, okay? Crisis.
Now, is it hard for you to give us the credit for beating the team you said that would win the game? He is right about there being an issue in Cleveland with the quarterback position, but that's not the Dallas Cowboys' problem. What we needed to do was start the regular season off right, and we did that with the dub in Cleveland. Speaking of starting off right, y'all ready for my Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Cowboys Nation, welcome to the goalpost being moved by Shannon Sharpe, Stephen A. Smith, and Dan Orlovsky. Something told me that they would minimize the accomplishment of the Dallas Cowboys, and they would continue to do it throughout this season. Whatever team the Dallas Cowboys defeat, the talking heads will say what the team was missing or how bad the team was. They won't talk about the genius defensive play calling from Mike Zimmer. They won't talk about how opportunistic the Dallas Cowboys defense was. They won't compliment the special teams unit. It's all about how bad the opposing team was. That's hating 101 at its finest. But I won't sit up here and say that the Dallas Cowboys put on a masterclass on the offensive side of the ball. It wasn't necessary due to the fact that the defense showed up and they showed out. I consider this game a game that the offense can start clicking, seeing that that's the first game that the offense played together and they didn't play a snap in the preseason. I knew it was going to be a game where they were getting their timing down and their rhythm down, establishing what our offense will look like moving forward. But as you guys know, I thought that this game would be a low-scoring game due to the fact of the first team not playing together during the preseason, but I was pleasantly surprised at how our defense had their back. That's what you call complimentary football. It was on full display yesterday in Cleveland. Can the talking heads give us credit? Can the talking heads give us props for that? Of course not. I do remember how the Dallas Cowboys were covered last year, though. I remember the same talking heads saying that the Dallas Cowboys couldn't go on the road and win. Well, we did that yesterday. I remember them saying that the Dallas Cowboys couldn't beat anyone over 500 or who was in the playoffs the year prior. Well, the Cleveland Browns were over 500 and was a playoff team last year. Two things that we struggled with last year, but it may not be a problem this year. But will the talking heads acknowledge that? Hell no. It's not the Dallas Cowboys' issue that the Cleveland Browns have Deshaun Watson as their quarterback. It's not the Dallas Cowboys' issue if the Browns were missing their 2 starting offensive tackles. It wasn't our fault that they were missing Nick Chubb. We went to Cleveland on a mission to get the dub, and that's what we did. We got the dub. We walked out of there with the dub and did it in a dominating fashion. I'm sorry, but beating a playoff team last year 33-17 is a statement win. Having 2 players with interceptions each while also having 6 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and a special teams punt return for a touchdown by Kevontae Turpin, this calculates to me being dominant. I truly feel that the Dallas Cowboys defense had placed the entire NFL on notice yesterday. Like I said in my previous video, the more physical team will win the game, and the Dallas Cowboys came out and manhandled the Cleveland Browns offense. They dominated the line of scrimmage all game long. They minimized the Browns' rushing attack, something we struggled with mightily last year. We actually looked as if we were all on the same page, and that's something great to see. Am I saying that the Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl after yesterday's performance? Hell no. But what I am saying is that the Dallas Cowboys are establishing their identity as a physically dominating team. Once the offense gets its rhythm and timing down, I feel our Dallas Cowboys could make a run at securing the top spot in the NFC, giving them the first round bye in the playoffs and hopefully ushering a deep playoff run. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. What did you think about what Stephen A. and the rest of the clown car over at First Take had to say? Do you feel the Dallas Cowboys defense dominated the game yesterday? Let's have an adult conversation in the comments section. If you're digging the content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on the video and share it with your friends who are Cowboys fans. If you are DC for life and you're pleased with the results of yesterday's game, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, or Madden 25 and College Football 25 gameplay. We are currently on the road to 10K subscribers. We weren't able to do it before the regular season started, but we will get it soon, and I need your help in doing so. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. The 2024 NFL regular season has started, Angry Cowboys fan family. Get ready for the talking heads to minimize the Dallas Cowboys' accomplishments all season while maximizing their inefficiencies. Get ready for the talking heads to make excuses for the teams the Dallas Cowboys beat while praising the teams that we might fall short to. Whatever happens, just know that I'll be there to call the talking heads out. So make sure that you're here to witness it. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.